Now, this is the favorite area from where the attackers are trying to get the information about the target. Now, I hope everyone is clear with, or maybe some of you have an idea about Docs. Now, what is Google Doc? Basically, Google Doc is known as Google Docking or Advanced Google Searching. Now, this is sometimes referred as Doc, as it is written, is a search string that uses advanced search operators to find out the information that is not readily available on a website. So basically, in Google Docking, we are using certain advanced operators, and with the help of that, we are trying to get the information which is not easily available through simple Google searching. So now what all those operators are that we are going to talk about. So here Google is helping us to finding out the vulnerable web applications and also trying to identifying the flaws or weaknesses onto the applications, so that we should directly move to that particular location, that particular target, and can identify more and more information about it. And this is being done through Google only, because Google indexes all these kind of information which is being present onto the website. Now, what data can we find using Google Docs? We can identify login pages which are vulnerable. We can even identify username and passwords, vulnerable entities, sensitive documents, government military data, email lists, bank account details, and many other things. So if any of the website has certain vulnerabilities, weaknesses into it, we can use Google Docking, that is advanced search query from Google itself, and can identify multiple type of records or multiple type of web applications out of it. Now, as I Google Docking is using advanced operators, what all advanced operators or functions it is using? There is a huge list of those operators. It's very difficult to discuss all, but yes, I'm going to give you that particular URL from where you can learn more about it if you're interested to. So there are majorly these four main functions. One is your in title, in URL, in text, and site. When I say in title basically allows a hacker to search for those pages with specific text in their HTML title. So every web page has a HTML title. So this in title will target to that HTML title and will match your Google text, whatever you are providing, on with that web HTML title. And wherever it is going to find that title, it is going to give you lot of those various URLs as a result. Then we have in URL. In URL basically allows a hacker to search for those pages which are based on the text contained in the URL. So for example, if I write it down in URL login.php, so it will check the web and will return me all those web applications, all those URLs which has this particular login.php page available and which is not secure. Then we have in text. In text is basically an operator, or we can say an advanced search function, which actually searches the entire content of a particular web site for the keywords which you are providing it with in text. So in text will check all the pages, the complete content of all the websites available on web, and will give you the result of all those URLs which matches this text. Then we have the next site. Site basically limits the scope of a query to a particular website. So if I want to search it in cdag.in, I can very simply write it down as site:cdag.in. And then I can also attach any of the other main function along with it. Maybe I can say in text cybersecurity. So it will search inside cdag.in website for cyber security related content and will give me complete details about it. So this helps us to actually identify the searching or make the searching easily available from the websites which are available onto the internet, and also provide the information about the vulnerable websites as well. Now, there are multiple other functions other than these four. Let's have a look of few of the functions here. So this is a screenshot being taken where we have in URL already we have seen site, the scope, that is we have seen file type and extension. These are the two again advanced operators which will help you to actually identify, or which will help you to provide the extension which you are looking for, the file type or the extension of the file which you are looking for. For example, I want only JPG file or I want only PDF files. I can simply say it as file type colon JPG or PDF. So this will help you out to identify all the PDF files onto the internet related to a particular concept. So these are some of the queries which are being mentioned here. Similarly, we have cache here. So this will show you all the cached version of any of the website, right? So if I can say cache colon cdac.in, so it is going to provide me the details which are being stored into the cache. Very similarly, we have wildcard characters also, if you can see. So this is basically, we all know that asterisk is basically for is being provided for multiple characters. Question mark is being provided for a single character, right? This or, you can also use it or and end. So this or and end can also be used when you have multiple files you want to see. Maybe if I want to see a file with an extension, either PDF or doc or Excel. So I can put it like file type colon PDF, and then I put or, and then I put your JPG, then or, then I can put your doc. So similar way, the query has to be created and generated. And this is how Google Docs is being used by the hackers as well. For example, if I'm opening Google and write it down in URL colon product.php question mark ID. So this is basically trying to find it out, the product.php, wherever it will find in the URL with question mark ID and will give me the results. Now here if you see, I got 2,21,000 results with product.php in the URL. So this is the URL, I'm getting product.php question mark ID. Here also product.php question mark ID. Again here product.php question mark. And here I have ID also. So you will be getting lot of various URLs which will have this URL product.php matched. Very similarly, we can have multiple advanced operators also can be used. As I told, we have extension. So this query I can write it down, which will return me the result with extension is SQL, and I want that SQL file should have username and password as text. Now see here, I am getting SQL file, SQL file, SQL file with text is username and password. Now see, this will, maybe one of these links can provide me multiple usernames and passwords which may be hacked or which are vulnerable, and I can very easily see the value of those usernames and passwords. And this is how actually hackers are also doing the same thing. Now, if I see this, see here, Rajiv Gandhi Center for Aquaculture, this is one of the links where I'm getting the login and also I'm getting username and password. And maybe you can open it and maybe you can get the username and passwords as well. And this is how the information is being gathered. Another one is file type XLS in URL India contact. Now here it is going to identify the contact information, and in URL it is written India, right? So if I am putting this minus here in front of this particular operator, that means don't use this particular text in the URL. So I want file type should come as XLS. Contact information definitely should be there, but India should not be mentioned there. So in that case, you will be getting a lot of information. So this is how we are going to have this kind of information. So there are certain more working examples. Let's see few of them very fastly. So my colleague is going to demonstrate you how Google Docs is being used, and then we'll be moving towards some other information gathering techniques.